That's right. Today it is math time again, and I'm so excited that you are here with us because we are ready to solve some problems, and I hope you are too. And if you have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, that'd be awesome because we're going to be solving something. I want you to help me out. All right, so we're going to be talking about making tens today, making groups of 10 and how that can help us in our problem solving. And so we're going to be using something called a 10 frame. You may have seen it before, all right? And so what you'll see is that it's these little boxes going across, and there's 10 of them, right? There's 5 on the top row, 5 on the bottom row. There's 10 all together. And we're going to help us, or that's going to help us solve some problems today. And let's look at our first equation. We have 7 plus something equals 10. And we've got to figure out what that is. Well, in our 10 frame, we could use that because we could draw out 7 circles inside there and notice how many boxes are still remaining that don't have anything in them. Well, that's going to be the answer to our problem. So let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 circles all in the boxes. How many are still open? Well, there's 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 that are open. So that must mean that we could say 7 plus 3 equals 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10, and we've got an equation there to help us out. All right? And let's do another one and see kind of the same strategy, but with some different numbers. We're still making 10, so let's see if we can do it. Are you ready? Okay, this time, what do you notice? How many boxes are filled in our 10 frame? Well, this time there's only 4. That whole top row isn't even filled. So how many more are we going to need to add up all the way to 10? Well, let's see. Okay, I know I've got to add 1 more to finish out that top row. Okay, that makes 5. And then I have to add 5 more on the bottom row. So 5 and 1 makes 6. So that must mean 4 plus 6 equals 10. And we can write in that equation. And that's awesome. So we're making tens and we're using that to help us solve some problems here today. All right. Now, we're going to try something a little bit different, and we're going to try it without the 10 frame. Now, here's the thing. You could still draw the 10 frame and have that for you. So if that helps you, if you like seeing that visual, go for it. You know, we solve problems in different ways. You may solve it different than me, and you may solve it different than your friends. That's totally fine. But we're just trying to figure out some way to solve these problems. So let's take another look at this problem now. Over here, you'll notice we have a new equation. This one says 6 plus 5 equals blank. All right, so we've got to figure out what does 6 plus 5 equal. Now, it doesn't equal 10. All right, so this time we're not just adding up to 10, but we can use groups of 10 to help us solve these problems. All right, so let's think about, we just said on one of our previous problems that 6 and 4 make 10. So can I break down the 5 and kind of decompose that number to where I have a 4 involved? Because I know that I have 6 and I'm adding something to it. Maybe I can use a group of 10. So if we break down that 5 and we say, you know what, 5 is made up of a 4 and then 1 more makes 5. So I could write that, and now I've kind of broken apart that number 5, and let's see if we can add these up to get to our final answer. Well, 6 and 4 make that group of 10. Well, 10 plus 1 more, that's 11. And so we now know that 6 and 5 make 11. Okay, so that's awesome, and you may have solved it that same way. We may have been thinking the same thing, but you may have done it a little bit differently. Let's take a look at that same problem, but instead of breaking down the 5, let's see if we can break down the 6 and make a group of 10, all right, to help us solve this problem. So if I break down this 6 and I say, you know what and 5 make 10? I bet a lot of you just said 5, and you would be correct because 5 and 5 make 10. Well, I know that 6 can be broken down into a 5 and a 1. All right, so now let's look at what we have. We have a 5 and a 5, that makes 10. We add 1 more, we're back to that same answer, and we have 6 plus 5 equals 11. so amazing, and you guys are doing incredible solving these problems. Thank you so much for your help today, and I hope that you can find some ways to use these 10 frames, draw out your thinking, and represent it in different ways. So keep learning, keep problem solving, and we'll be back real soon.